Right, so how do I introduce it? I can't go, hello!
Just say hello like a normal human.
Hello?
No, that's
don't
not
do
normal.
that.
That's
Why not?
creepy.
That sounds like a child molester.
Yeah,
Hello?
it did, didn't it?
Hello?
Don't do that. This is super wrong.
Hello?
Oh.
See, 'cause that's... Hello and welcome back to Tripod Talk.
Right, that's alright, there's not. Hello!
Hello!
Oh no, I
What's
really
wrong?
dislike it.
It's upbeat. It's nice.
Get started.
Weird.
Okay.
Fuck's
Welcome back to Tripod Talk and hello! Yeah, the official podcast of
sake.
What
Is he going to
Pictures.
use that?
Yeah, might as well.
No.
No?
Alright, fine. Go again.
Okay.
I'm taking this serious.
Hello and welcome back to Tripod Talk, the official podcast of What Pictures, where we talk everything and anything about films. My name's Matt Lidster, I'm your host, and to my left is the gangrene Mr. Adil Anwar, and to my right is the voluptuous velociraptor, Miss Sophie Ellis.
So I
Is
didn't
that
get
even
a...
good?
Yeah, I know. Gangrene isn't a verb. Voluptuous is just creepy.
Oh.
He sat in the room. Keep that to yourself.
Alright.
But anyway, fine. Good
What
try.
would you give yourself?
What would I give myself?
Yeah.
He voluptuous velociraptor was originally him. He just
Yeah.
remembered that you...
No, I'd give myself the Dasher.
The Dasher?
The Dasher.
Okay.
Haberdashery, am I right? Okay, so what are we talking about this week, Sophie? Sophie.
We're going to give a brief, very brief review on the film Kidnap, which
Kidnap.
was pulled out of the... Well, weren't pulled out, it was picked out of the bucket list at random last week by Dill.
Which Soph put in there before.
Hey.
Just pushing away the blame immediately.
Come
Yeah. Yeah, but before that, let's get into some film news, shall we? I've got some interesting ones for you.
Yep, go for it. Film news.
What?
Why ask me what we're doing and then divert backwards?
Because
Film news.
we're whetting the appetite.
Oh.
Oh, I
That's
hate
gross.
that phrase. I
So-
really do. But yeah, news. The Beast has run out.
Should I get what that means?
I don't know what that
No,
Is
you
that the
shouldn't
Beast
really.
from the Chase?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be
I
amazing.
thought there'd be like a
His
biopic
own
of him.
spin-off
Yeah.
film. That'd
I'd
be
watch that.
amazing.
Everyone would watch that.
He's married to his like cousin or something. Anyway,
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, no, I want to hear about
that's
this.
a twist. I'm sure he's married to like his like a cousin or something like that.
Oh dear.
You continue with news, I'll Google it.
All right. Well, basically, Ridley Scott teases the end of the Alien franchise.
Okay.
How many films is that? Another like 5.
No, I think it's after this one, but I'll just read you something that he said. Well, that was from the thing that I read. Ridley Scott has claimed that the Alien franchise has run out despite plans for at least 2 more films to be released. I think the evolution of the alien himself is nearly over, but what I was trying to do was transcend and move to another story, which would be taken over by the AIs. And the world that the AI might create as a leader, if he finds himself on a new planet, we have actually quite a big layout for the next one. So it was like the AI characters from Prometheus, well, also from the original Alien as well, kind of focusing on them taking over the galaxy, I guess.
I suppose at least it's a decent idea. They're not just doing it for money and then trying to.
I was
get
going to
more
say,
out
like,
of
the one thing I do give Ridley Scott credit for with the Alien things is it isn't just he's making them because he feels he has to, or the studio pressure or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell he's coming up with the ideas and he's genuinely excited about them, whether the films are great or not. Like, at least it's from a real place. It's not like a
That's a
whole
good point, that, yeah.
Fast and Furious situation.
Because I watched Prometheus and I was just like,
I wasn't that big a fan, but then I was never that big an Alien guy. Like, I think I'd only seen Alien like once. I'm going to try and move past that.
What,
Why
my,
is
my
it-
sound?
Yeah.
Your face more than anything.
Ah, okay, well, people can't see that, can they?
Oh no.
No. Breaking the fourth wall, oh dear. No, have you seen Aliens 2? Or Aliens?
I think so, but I might have been like 13 and it didn't really make any
No,
impact.
that's a good film. That's all I wanted
Is
to
that the one
say.
she's walking around in like tiny underwear the whole time for no reason?
No, that's the first
Is
one.
that the first one? Okay, so maybe I haven't seen it in that case.
No, it's a good film, I do recommend that. It's just don't watch any of the others, really.
Okay.
That's probably what most Alien fans will say.
Are you speaking on behalf of?
Not on
Alien?
behalf of them, no, because I'm not that big of a fan. Like, it's good to watch. First 2, really good. Third one, fourth one, wait, was there a fourth one? No one knows. Anyway, let's move on to some happier news. Well, it depends, actually. No, probably not. Only for middle-aged mums, because 50 Shades Freed! New trailer and poster are here.
Have you seen the trailer?
No, I've not seen the trailer, but I know she's getting married.
To who?
The guy.
I was like, maybe she gets married to someone else and he like comes and wins her back or some shit. I don't know.
No.
That'd be a better
story than whatever.
three-part story arc. Yeah,
Shit,
because
this
the
woman
second
wrote.
it'd be like the Star Wars
Oh,
story arc. You know, like everything breaks down in the second one. Like she's moved on, he wants to win her back, comes back.
It's
to
not the
third
most
one.
original
Boom.
idea, but
Oh, yeah.
I presume it's better than what she's come up with, to be honest.
Mm.
I'm sure, like, the woman... Didn't it start as, like, fan fiction or something?
yeah.
It's Twilight fan fiction, I believe.
Fair
What?
play.
Like it was originally, it was Twilight fan fiction that was kind of developed.
I presume maybe she got some, like, publishing attention. They told her to pivot off and come up with new characters and stuff.
Okay.
At least that's what I've seen.
That does ring a bell somewhere.
Mm.
Made crazy money as well.
Mm.
It's like, you don't need to be a good writer to be a writer. I suppose that's fairly aspirational.
Yeah.
Even, this is controversial, but I don't even think J.K. Rowling's a good writer. And I like Harry Potter.
No, I can get why in a sense, but I think just because
This is
and now I'm speaking for the rest of the Harry Potter fans. We're kind of so immersed in the way that it was written and the world that was created that we didn't really mind.
Yeah, I think it more just like it came at a time when we all bought in at the right age. But I still think they're great books. But anyway, little like what pictures book sidebar.
Hey, a what pictures book?
Oh no.
Hey, we're about to franchise
A what
out.
picture book?
What picture? Hey, that's good. What picture book?
Sorry.
It's just pictures of us. You have to colour
Just your
them.
eyebrow.
Oh yeah. I've got some happy. This was the more happy news of the two, and then we're going to end with a sad one. But
Great.
it's not that sad.
Who got
Really.
molested?
You're not going to find it sad, but it should be sad. Sherlock Gnomes trailer released,
Alright.
which is the sequel to Romeo and Juliet.
Is
Yeah.
it a sequel?
I mean,
They're
it's the
counting
same.
it as
It's
a
the same.
sequel, as a thingy. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it's all. I know. It's like they're not.
Sorry. I was holding that for minutes.
I'm kind of down for that.
I'm keeping it in. But yeah, no. Do you want to know who it's starring?
Go
It's
on.
got a very good cast, which is why I'm very surprised.
It doesn't
I'm
bother
sure
me
the
though,
Romeo
just
one
because.
had a good cast.
Yeah, I can't remember who's in it, but
Emily
just.
Blunt was in it. That's all I remember.
Oh, was it?
Well,
I
she's
haven't
in,
seen it,
she's
but I
in
know
this
it's a
one.
good film. Is she in this one as well?
She's in this one with James McAvoy,
By that.
Johnny Depp as Sherlock Holmes,
Ooh.
and also Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Alright, he's good. I don't know about Johnny Depp.
But I don't understand that. You kind of like, oh, it's got a good cast. It's an animation. So they're only doing the voices.
I think though
They're
people
actors.
like it to hear. It's a weird one because I like it when you don't. Do you know, like? I think I still prefer when you don't know the voice actor and they do a really good job.
Yeah, that's.
Like the
I
guy who
hate
does.
it.
I always use it like the example I have is like the guy who does Barry or Krieger in Archer. Again, a TV show, but whatever.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Like rather than having a big name, no one would recognize those guys. But
Yeah.
because of that, they do an amazing job.
Yeah.
Whereas it can be a bit distracting when it's like, oh my god, that's like Helen Mirren talking or
So
whatever.
you're going to tell me Tom Hanks as Woody is not the
But
best
again,
thing you've
that's
ever
what I
heard?
mean.
But I thought, like, up until last year, I didn't know that was Tom Hanks.
Ugh,
Like, since
sorry.
I really
Such
have to
derision in that.
separate them. I can't stand it. That's why whenever I watch Shrek, I just see Eddie Murphy on a donkey body.
I know.
Like, that's all I see it as.
Oh, but no, he does such a great job as the character though, as well. It's not just Eddie Murphy, like, it is to an extent. but-
Definitely is. But it's so much better if it's not well-known people. That's why I wouldn't be excited about a cast.
Maybe. I think it depends, doesn't it? Because some people, it's like they're just there to be there. Like Eddie Murphy's Donkey, he's just there to be Eddie Murphy, and Donkey's just the form he's in. Whereas sometimes they are genuinely like acting, and it's not about them. It's about.
Yeah.
So sometimes they want the personality of the actor, which is fine.
Actually, yeah, I get that. Because I like Mandy Moore. And she does the voices of people.
Excuse me, with she's
Rapunzel,
Yeah.
Tangled, yeah. And Zachary Levi's.
I always forget
Glenn.
that's him, but it doesn't really look like him.
Have you ever seen any?
You don't
footage?
think it looks like him?
No.
Oh, I do.
Alright.
Have you ever seen any footage of voice actors actually doing the voice acting?
Yeah.
Like if you watch, they are properly. People think they're proper going for it. They're all proper like legitimate actors. It's kind of impressive. It's almost better because they've only got their voice to get all the character stuff across.
Yeah.
So they've got to put all the kind of texture in that.
Well, I got a little behind the scenes story here. Actually, it's not an insider exclusive, but you remember my friend Shay?
Yep.
He actually works with like the security of Marvel and stuff like that. So he's been to a couple of the recordings and stuff, and he was actually sat in the recording session that Benedict Cumberbatch did for like thingy, and then also just because it reminded me of when he was Smaug. Smaug or Smorg, I never know how to
I
say
thought
it.
it was small.
Whatever.
But yeah, especially getting into character.
I
like
think
that.
I've seen a clip of that. And, like he's doing weird shit with his arms. Like,
he's just moving about like
in his head. He's a dragon.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird, but
there's a lot of creativity behind it. Like when The Rock was Maui for Moana, and he's got to sing, and he's like his face is so into it, and he's like dancing around while he's doing it.
it still blows my mind when I see like, so maybe improvised or something, but somebody who's in a character and then they do an impression of somebody else whilst they're still doing the original person.
Yeah.
Or like anything like that absolutely blows my mind.
Yeah,
like the levels to it is crazy, and just keeping the threads running for that kind of stuff.
When's it out?
I haven't seen No More Jew yet, but I think it's meant to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw it in the cinema.
I haven't seen it for any particular reason. It just kind of passed me by.
I just thought it was like a cash grab. It's actually alright.
It's good,
It's
yeah.
a well-made film apparently, and it's a really, I mean, like it's a cool way to introduce kids to the whole Shakespeare thing.
Yeah.
I do think like probably cinema's best right now with kids films, in terms of like the messages they're putting across and the detail with the jokes and stuff. Like it is cool how if they can make a film that like can teach a kid a lesson but can also teach an adult a lesson and have jokes for both of them and stuff like that.
Yeah, Disney are crushing that at the moment.
There we go.
You're making my life a living hell. Now, it's alright. Last piece of news, which
the
kind
sad one, yay!
No, it's not that sad. It just happened. All right.
Okay.
It's actually an original piece. I kind of made it up myself.
I don't know where this is
So
going.
it's not news then.
Well, it is news because it's news, but I put it together.
Alright, this is
Come on.
okay.
Blade Runner 2049 bombs at the box office.
Is this your headline? Or?
Yeah, this is my headline.
Okay.
Basically, because I was going into like the box office and stuff, especially I was kind of comparing it to Thor, because that's predicted about 750 million minimum by the end of its course, which is amazing. And this sequel to a massive cult film has only just earned 240 million,
Bloody hell.
which is not a lot
No.
in box office anymore.
I do think though, like even the original Blade Runner, like it might be a cinema, like a film person's classic, but it's not like I wouldn't think of it as like a well-known, like it's definitely well-known, I guess, but it's still, I wouldn't put it in the category of like a Thor as like a franchise which people are that invested in. I think Blade Runner, the original one's almost got like a bit of overhype because it's one of those go-to, like Fight Club or Requiem for a Dream, do you know, like go-to people trying to sound smart about films go to like say that it's their favourite film. I think it became one of those situations, but I still don't think too many people were like, your nan's not going to go out and watch Blade Runner 2049 and your little brother isn't either, whereas both of those probably be happy to watch Thor. I don't know about how many nans go and watch Thor, but like, whatever. You get my point.
Have you seen Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah, exactly. When Nanny go mad.
He's great. I'd love to be his mate.
You'd love to... Right, we had this conversation before, you can cut this out. I said that you love Chris Hemsworth that much that he probably wants to be him. And he was like, what, me be him or I want you to be him? And I was like, cheers,
Either
mate.
way, yes.
Yeah, I said that. Shocking.
I'm not going to say no. But let's get back into... Oh, wait, no, I had an idea to talk about stuff first because I brought up a story about it last week and I just wanted to hear what you guys' opinions of it was. It's basically films...
Sorry, no, my mind went elsewhere. Nothing to do with the podcast. So sorry.
Is it important? Does it seem like it's
I didn't
important?
defrost my chicken, so I can't stuff it with cheese.
Alright, so it was important.
It was important.
Can I continue?
Yeah, so sorry.
Alright, it's okay. It's basically, I just wanted to know what you guys thought about this because I brought up about Lord of the Rings being made into a TV series last week and it's just been confirmed that 4 Weddings and a Funeral is just about to be made into a series. Which is weird.
Yeah, there's better
Very
things
weird.
to make into a
So,
series.
also, another rumour, Blair Witch Project about to be made into a TV
Do you
series.
watch
I saw that.
Do you watch any TV series that were from a film? Because I'm just thinking in my head, like, there's one for Snatch, Limitless.
Yeah.
I can't think of others. I don't watch any of them. I
Yeah,
have
no,
no
I don't
interest
watch
in watching
any
any
of
of them. I don't know who does.
The Mist and
Some
Scream.
people watch them, yeah.
Scream's supposed to be really popular.
So
See,
I
The
don't
Mist
know.
I let it get away with because it's from like a really big book first, I guess. So it
Yeah.
does kind of suit it. But something like 4 Weddings is like, that's just one film with a very self-contained, not that expansive plot. Like, what are they going to do? Every week go to a different wedding? Is it going to be
Even
like...
then, you've only got like
Is it-
5 episodes worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it going to be like 23 weddings and a funeral and just have one wedding per episode, and then the next season is like 23 bar mitzvahs and a funeral, and they just go to different events.
It depends though, because you could do what The Good Place did and have episodes that are like 20 minutes. So it doesn't necessarily, it can be like building up to an event or something happen between it.
Oh yeah, I suppose we just kind of assumed it would be like
An hour, like
an hour long drama sort of thing. Maybe they could make it into a 20-minute comedy.
But like Limitless, okay, that as a TV show I can see, because there's like a concept behind it that you can put in a lot of different context,
Yeah.
or like keep using. But I've watched a bit of Four Weddings, but not really. But I just can't imagine what in it would be something that would last over a TV series.
Yeah.
Like, what's the unique thing about it that they're gonna use to make a TV show?
See, we were having this chat the other day, and I'm going to bring it up.
Oh no.
There's only one film, or one film series that I'd love to see made into a TV series. And even though I'd hate to see it recast, I think just because you could fit everything in, especially with all the readers that they didn't see in the films, you could see it played out, and that's Harry Potter. And each book is a different series.
Okay. I mean, it would be big, but it's hard to, I don't know, it's hard to meet expectations with something like that. Like, I think that's the risk of it, is like, no one's, either you've got to do something truly incredible, and if someone had written something that good, it would have been made by now, like, somebody would have seen it, or you've got to, like, you're just going to disappoint a bunch of people and get called out and be the cash grab and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would see it as more of a cash grab, and I think if you've sort of grown up with Harry Potter, not like I have, because I couldn't give a shit, but
Hey!
like seeing that recast could just completely change your perception on it, because you're so used to seeing those faces with.
Although to be honest, I reckon maybe within the next year or two there'll be like a kind of Fantastic Beast type spin-off Harry Potter world TV show maybe. So it's like following kids at the other school, another school, or like, or just a bunch of random kids, or maybe their actual kids. Do you know, like the shitty fucking epilogue to those books?
Yeah.
They have their kids going on the trade. Maybe they'd be like the adventures of
Maybe
their
that could
kids
be
at
the way
Hogwarts.
they do it. Instead of actually doing Harry Potter, they did it as...
Maybe I should write it and quit my fucking job.
Oh no,
Yeah.
maybe.
Won't be
It's the way
hard.
forward.
Oh yeah. Right, we need to stop this podcast. We need to get right. But no, what do you think just generally about films going? Because especially that you know, online streaming is more of a thing as well, and everyone's
it?
kind of.
We buy all the DVDs.
No, I
It's a
meant
joke,
like
right?
I meant like video on demand
it a
in
joke?
terms of no.
Alright, you put no energy into trying to make that seem like a joke.
I just genuinely meant video like Netflix and Amazon Prime and stuff like that.
Yeah, sorry, he's just shaking his head. I'm not
Just like, come on. Little smile. Just make it clear you joke. I was like, what is wrong with this person?
But no, like there's a load of things on Netflix that's kind of being made, and it seems like shows are going the way forward, whereas films kind of dropping back a little bit. So is this something that it should be happening?
So now it's the remake thing is getting into TV shows basically.
Pretty
the
much,
remakes
yeah.
of films are even becoming TV shows. I don't know. I think there's enough like good original stuff out there for people to be getting on with. Like there's so many great TV shows that we don't like. There's not enough time in the world to watch them all.
Yeah.
Like I'd much rather someone to sit down and watch something like Mindhunters, or apparently The Good Place is really good. I don't know.
It's so good.
But like there's a bunch of shows like that you can watch rather than just watching like a TV show of a film you've already seen that you were kind of okay with, but you just want something easy to watch that you don't have to concentrate with.
Yeah. Speaking of, I know you've just said it, but we do recommend The Good Place.
Yeah, it's
Do
really
you?
good.
Like you can get through a whole series in a day because they're only 20 minutes long an episode.
Okay, cool.
It gets so weird, but it's so
It gets
good.
so weird.
I
It's
want a
really
new 20-minute episode TV show as well, because I just don't have, I can't be asked with the commitment of like a full on 45-hour long
Yeah.
show.
45 hours, bloody hell.
I don't know what you've been watching.
Like German documentaries about like World War II.
Jesus.
There is one that's like 8 hours, so that was like a specific reference, but no one's gonna get it.
There is one thing, you know how we were saying about... no,
I can't hold a cough and laugh at the same time. When you laugh.
Bang! I love it. You stole my thing. Anyway, go on.
Oh, Christ.
No, how we were saying about films being turned into series and it's not always a good idea. Is there any series that's been turned into a film that's been good enough?
Oh, series into a film.
Can you think of any examples? honestly can't think of any.
Tracy Baker. No, that's one of the first things I usually
Other than
think
like Disney
that
TV shows for kids, like wasn't I don't know, like
I was
was
just
High
about
School
to say
Musical
Lizzie
a TV
McGuire,
show?
and then you said that.
Yeah, there's
Go
got
on,
to
go
be
on.
some out there, but I feel like they'd be more frowned upon because it's like that's probably seen more as like a cash grab because it's an additional.
I can think of
Feature?
some TV shows where they want to make a film where it ended early. So like there's a TV show called Deadwood where they got cancelled like in the middle of the third season and they ended it really unsatisfying. Like it was really unsatisfying, and all the actors are still. I think they're planning on actually making that film now, like 15 years on. So that's one. Community as well. For
Yeah.
4 seasons of the movie, was it?
Yes.
I can't remember how many seasons it was.
No,
but,
there's more than 4.
6 seasons in the
Yeah.
movie. 6 seasons in the movie. It became like a hashtag. A guy shouted in the background of the show, and all the time they were trying to cancel it, people on Twitter and stuff would use hashtag 6 seasons in the movie to get them to keep a show on the air. So that was like a big part of it surviving.
There was because it got cancelled, Firefly as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's meant to be good, isn't it? Both like the TV show's meant to be really good. I'm not sure about the film.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the series, but
It's hard to, isn't it?
finishes it off kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know if it finishes it off that well, to be honest. It's like an extra.
There was Last Airbender was made into a film. Made into 2 different films at 2 different times.
Dragon Ball Z.
I think
Financial
it's a lot
film?
of kind of.
Yeah, it tanked.
No.
It tanked.
Was it like live action?
I think so, yeah.
Oh jeez.
Oh, fuck
I want
that.
to. I
I
want to know who
swear
the
that
cast.
came out. Hang on.
It might have done, but who would want to watch
By the way,
that?
the chaser did marry his second cousin, but he didn't know she was his second cousin when they met.
What a callback. Right.
You Google alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel shit.
Talking about the chase like 20 minutes ago and it's just been brought back.
Oh,
We've not even started talking about kidnapping in 25
I
minutes
know
in.
we're deliberately
Yes,
doing it. We're just actively looking for any topic of conversation. I was about to
Topic
say.
of topicitation. I don't know what I'm searching.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z, that's it.
I mean, none of us asked, but you can
I
search
know.
it. Like,
We're
actually, I
not
kind of
going to
asked.
watch it, so. Shall we
I mean, it'd
skip
be
talking
fun.
kidnap?
I know one.
Flintstones, there's one.
Yeah. Also, Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there a new Power Rangers, or is that already came out like 2 years ago?
Came out.
Yeah, that's the one I was on about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Came out earlier this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was
I didn't hear
It
anything
could have been
about
last
that.
year.
No.
What we were saying,
We?
yeah, when we
You
had
and
the
me?
yeah,
Yay.
when we had the conversation about series, the only thing that I wouldn't like is if they turn Stranger Things into a film.
Mhm.
Stuff like that you have such. Even though I don't like watching episodes every week, if you build something up, a series is always more satisfying than just like an hour-long film.
I think you can tell as well, like, you'd be able to tell from the way that actors and the people who created it were talking about the film, whether it was like a real, genuine passion thing that they felt they needed to do. Because if it's something like that, then I think you can tell and you can give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But you can also tell when people are just phoning in or taking a payday or whatever, or are signed to a contract they don't like. But I think you can tell from the way that people are actually talking about it beforehand, and in some of the press around it, like whether they genuinely care a lot.
Yeah.
But then they can pretend as well. Like think about Suicide Squad. Like those fuckers all got tattoos saying Squad, and the films.
Yeah.
Like imagine having a permanent part of your body to commemorate. I'm sure they had a great time, but it's not a good film.
No.
It's not a terrible film.
And they've probably got like a WhatsApp group now, but I doubt they hang out. Like it's just one of those. Because I've always thought it's going to be weird to be an actor and get like you must get incredibly close with people,
Yeah.
and then just be like, all right, I'll possibly see you again. I don't know. This film's over now.
Yeah.
So you just like live with them minute to minute for 6 months, and then they're just gone.
Yeah.
Also, I think I just made up that film.
Yeah, I saw you pull a face at your
Dragon
phone.
Ball Z.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I was thinking I would have heard something by some
It's probably a dream you've had.
dickhead.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say, it's kind of like Amelia Clark has recently posted a picture with, what's his name? Drogo.
Khal Drogo, Jason Momoa.
Yeah, and she posted a photo
Jason
of those two,
Momoa.
and it was just so sweet. And even though he's off being Aquaman and she's off doing all her other stuff, and they always come together and have drinks and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're still like really good friends. So it's weird that somehow you'd have to find time to
See other people.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like the problem for them as well, I bet, is like it's gonna set the tabloids off. Because I can't remember who, but I remember 2 actors, like a guy and a girl, were like sat at a wine bar in London. They're both American, and they were just sat there all day drinking together. And obviously, like the internet went crazy. Like
Yeah.
they were like, "No, we just worked on a film a while ago. We like each other." Why can't we just hang around? But that's a bigger problem, I guess.
It was like that with Leonardo DiCaprio and was it Kate Winslet?
Yeah.
When they went on like a little trip away together. Went on like a little weekend break, I think, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is what we needed," and it was just.
He's like, no way. There's more models for him out there. Until the world runs out of supermodels, DiCaprio is not going to settle down.
Yeah, but he's
He's gonna be like full on Hugh Hefner, I reckon.
Yeah,
What
maybe.
What are you so excited
You
about?
want to be his model, don't you?
No, I had a bit of film news about that. I know.
About Leo?
Yeah, about Leo.
What?
Might be in talks to be starring in Quentin Tarantino's 9th film coming out soon.
Did Tarantino used to say he was only doing 10?
Yeah.
That one came quick. Anyway.
Hey, speaking of, let's go to Kidnap. No,
No.
that's not even speaking of.
That's not.
Right. Okay, so we watched a film this week. Kidnap was pulled out of the bucket by Adele. Yeah, we're going to blame you.
No, you can't. Alright, fine. We're not going to get on a blame game.
No.
We're
So
out.
basically, the film. Does anybody want to explain what the film's about?
It's a fairly simple plot.
It's a
Yeah.
fairly simple plot, yeah. I'll say it. Basically, Kidnap is an abduction story.
Oh, you got it written down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
about Halle Berry
Should've
starring
said.
as extra points for anyone who actually can remember Halle
Carla.
Berry's name.
Carla.
Hey,
I don't remember anything else. I don't remember
Go
the
on.
name. I don't remember the kid's name. What's the kid's name? Do you
Frankie.
remember? Oh yeah, fucking Frankie.
Is it Frankie or Marco?
No, it's oh yeah.
Stupid bitch.
Oh, that's the worst line.
She's my favourite character, right? She basically relentlessly goes after her kidnappers because they've stolen her son.
Her son's kidnapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's it. Guys,
That is it.
That's pretty much it, guys. What did you think of this film? Adele?
I really, really didn't like the beginning, like the whole, do you know, the cutscene with the baby footage and stuff. Like it
Oh,
all felt,
God, yeah.
it felt so manipulative and like, okay, this is just
Can we?
What?
We were watching it, and Matt.
Were we watching the film? Yeah.
yeah. Part way through, you know, when it was like going on a bit, Matt went, "Is that the same kid? It looks like he's getting older."
fuck's sake. I mean, it wasn't very coherent in general, to be honest. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt there. Like some of the editing, just a bunch of shots were too long, and a bunch of them were too
it
short.
lasted too long.
There was too
Yeah.
many cuts as well.
This the whole film or just the montage bit?
That's the whole film now. I'm just going to brag on
I
the
was just
whole
on about the montage bit. But yeah. So what do you think of the film?
I'm not completely against it,
Oh D.
but I feel like there was more scenes where I just saw the side and back of a car than I did any actor or actress.
film. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
were saying that it would have been better not as a film but as a car commercial.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
For like an 80s Ford.
Yeah. Like hard wearing, long lasting.
Yeah, because it was
all
a
that.
part where it had just been like toppled over, smashed to bits, and then it still had the sat nav going fine. This
Yeah, yeah.
board
Her like
thing.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, that Ford would have crumpled. Like now, there's science behind it and shit like that, and they've got crumple zones and stuff in cars. But back, like a car from that age would have been, it would have looked like, I don't know, a toilet after a night out. I don't know where. All right, whatever.
Alright.
I was trying to bring the film back a bit with a great simile.
Okay, so let's start off with something that's actually maybe positive about the film. What was the best part of the film?
Okay. I've got two. Funnily enough.
Oh,
Go for it. And you just poked
that's
yourself in the
two
eye.
more than I have.
I've got one.
Oh, now I'm.
I think that she manages to capture the sort of passion that she has to get her child back. Like even though I think a lot of actresses can manage to capture it, she seems desperate, and you do believe how desperate she is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second part was right at the end when she saves the other children.
Spoiler alert.
Just because it shows the point of
Oh,
the
yeah.
story wasn't just to
Forgot.
do with
It's like other
wasn't-
children.
it wasn't just to do with like that kid being kidnapped. It was to do with an entire ring, like through a load of different countries. So I kind of like that they involved that, and it's a much bigger storyline than just being kidnapped just for the sake of having some money.
The one scene I thought that was quite good, which is like the least relevant scene to the entire plot of the film.
God.
Do you know where she's the waitress at the start and she's trying to get out, and there's some customers being arseholes and stuff.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a really good scene for just showing what it can be like to be like a wait like.
Yeah.
So there's like a blonde girl who's super entitled and thinks she's above the place, and then there's like a spoilt kid and is like the dad who's just brought. But I just thought that was and the way she played it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like she didn't, because I was getting genuinely so angry as a person who's never worked in that kind of field. I was like, how do people deal with this shit? And just the way she kind of took it quite well and got a single like snappy comment off. Like I think you could tell that she did the right. She was acting like a waitress who'd been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like it didn't let her wind her up, but she got shots off where she could. So I think that was a good scene.
Just right after that scene.
After that, yeah, I was out.
What about you?
The bit where she pushes the fat woman out the car.
Oh yeah, you felt that as well funny, didn't you? Like, go on.
Like, say it. Because she bit her as well.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. She, was gonna...
She bit her ass and then you just left for a while.
Barry plays dirty.
She does, yeah.
The one thing did anything surprise you from the actual action and the way it ran out? Like I was super surprised when the car went around. I thought it was just gonna pull over and let them go off. Do you know when the police motorbike was there?
Oh yeah.
And she was right behind him. She was trying to get their attention to go for the car. I thought that car was just gonna pull over to the side and let them go away. But that car came over and spoiler, but don't watch it. Spoiler, like rammed the side of the motorbike into her car and pushed her off the road. Like I didn't expect him to ram the police motorbike. I thought that was kind of good just to build the stakes up a bit to be like, these people are slightly deranged.
Yeah, because he did that with she got in someone's truck and she was like, we need to go somewhere, and he said it was a dead end, and then it came and like completely fucked him up. Do you remember?
Yeah.
There was a couple of those moments that were quite good, but I still don't think that they salvaged the film overall.
No,
and even like, I didn't even really buy her and her thing with the kid. Like, do you know when she was doing the little dialogue with the kid driving along, like I'm gonna find you, I'm never gonna let you go, that kind of shit. I was just not on board with it. Like Halle Berry was doing the best, and I love Halle Berry, but
Dill for Halle.
Dill for Halle. Continues.
Oh, the quest. The quest.
It's gonna be like a spreadsheet of just how many Dill for whoever's.
Jen's still at the top.
Jen's still at the top, yeah. It'll happen one day.
So what was the worst part of the film?
Jesus.
I didn't like. You know, one thing that annoyed me is one part was all the nicknames that she has for the kid. Like it just felt like it was annoying that they're trying to make it clear that the mum and kid get along or like really close just because she has a nickname for him. And also, do you remember the bit where she rewinds the walkie-talkie he has? She rewinds it to the exact second before the other person starts talking.
Yeah.
And that just pissed me off for hours. Because I hate when films do that. I know it's absolutely you have to do it to save time and stuff, but come up with a better way of doing it, like have it be the start of a tape or something like that.
Yeah, I never really thought of that.
Anything like that, really pedantic stuff will ruin a film for me, because I'm a psychopath.
Fair enough. No, I get that. So?
What?
Worst part.
Worst part of the film?
Genuinely, when there was just that crash and then the camera was just, oh, did you not squeak?
Yeah,
that was strange.
That was my mouth on my nose. I'm not quite sure.
Somewhere in your face.
Yeah. But the camera just...
Oh, she's out.
Opportunity to cough.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's got it in there. Sophie.
Don't do it again.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Start again. You've got this.
You've got
the
it.
giggles are here now.
Oh, don't hit me.
The camera was just on the back of the car for at least like 50 seconds until this music started
I
playing
don't
out.
think it was 50 seconds.
It felt like
You know what?
To be fair, it felt
100% gonna confirm that was 50
there was something
seconds.
else like that. Do you remember where the camera was following the lines on the road? And like,
Yeah,
that went on for
didn't
at
it?
least like maybe 30 seconds. And it was just like, this isn't building tension. This isn't like, I wonder what's going on. This is just massively annoying. And I keep thinking you forgot the film. You forgot your cameras on. And like, or when someone was editing, they forgot to cut that one.
See, it looked like they just got 2 bits of it and just kept replaying it.
Yeah. It's just more of a filler. It's like they had a basic plot that they wanted to do but couldn't be asked coming up with any sort of tension building. So they just do some sort of shots like that and hope it pays off.
There were some shots that I brought up as well, which is why you hate watching films with me.
Oh,
But if you noticed, when it was a bit, like a lot was going on, did you notice the image looked a bit, like, weird?
Yeah.
And everything was a bit blurry behind it, but then it was, it's because they use, like, a stabilizer in editing, and it's just not a good look.
Yeah.
When you try and put stuff together. And it was very noticeable that it was in that film.
Film
So
tip
I think
for the
they
film tip
edited
for the week.
that.
Don't use the film tip for the week. Don't use the stabilizer.
Don't use the stabilizer. Always just reshoot. There we go, boom. Got a film tip in there as well.
They weren't even your tip.
Fifth tip. Huh?
They weren't even your tip.
He said the tip, I just pointed out it was a tip. What else was I wanting? I maybe calm down because it was not going to be something positive. I had something else I wanted to say, and then I was like, do you know what, actually? I think this could have made a really good, like, 20-minute short film. But no one would have watched it because it's a short film and people don't watch short films. But I think, like, if you'd have just condensed it down, it could have been pretty good. Like, you do a better job of building the relationship between her and the kid. And then, like, I actually thought what was quite good was the way the woman talked the kid into going with her. Like, do you know when you heard that in the walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
It was unnervingly, like, I was like, I can see how that would be effective. Like, she might be a fat psycho lady, but she knows how to talk to kids.
Yeah, see, I think that the reason that people might have been so into the film is because it does have that sort of scaremonger thing of how easily people can just tell kids, oh, your mum's over here, and it happens all the time. So I think that might be one of the reasons that people think it's so tense, especially if you had a child and you were watching it. You might be like, oh my god, if that was my kid, I'd be doing this and this as well. But from young 20s... I don't really think we can have that sort of point of view.
Well, if we don't have kids, which we all don't have kids. So.
Well, even so, like,
know.
we can still watch a film and associate with a parent. It's just this one didn't do it for us.
Yeah.
It didn't quite. Something there wasn't there in terms of her and her kid and stuff. Or even if it was, like, I just think, like, maybe it was a bit too I can see how people like the relentlessness of the action, but I do think you need to pause and pull back a bit and do some kind of character stuff or something to actually make you invested.
That was the one thing that really threw me off. I was just like, oh shit, this whole film is now just a car scene, like a car chase.
Yeah.
That kind of threw me off a bit, and then it kind of pulled back, but then it didn't.
Do you think it would have been better if they'd have introduced the villains beforehand, like told you something about them, or did you think it was better that you didn't know anything about them?
I think it's better.
Because my first thought was like maybe if they'd introduced these guys, it would have been a bit more to it. But then I did kind of change my mind a bit on that. I think I can't decide.
No, I think they should just. It wouldn't. No.
You don't think it would have added anything?
No.
I'm just trying to think how would we have made it a better film?
By not producing that film.
Yeah, that's such an easy cop out though.
I know it is, but can I just tell you a little bit of facts about this film that I found out?
There we go.
Which kind of puts this more into perspective of like a lot of time was put into this. Hang on. The film's development began in June 2009.
Bloody hell.
And principal photography began in October 27, 2014. By the way, it was completed in December 7th, 2014.
There's a clear sign. They couldn't get a release.
Yeah.
No one wanted it.
It was shot actually 3 years ago, and they still couldn't get it out just till now. Which I don't know why it took that long to make.
Distribute it.
Yeah. Don't know why it took that long to edit and actually get out there, but for one thing, I have a note about this film. Actors need to stop producing films just so they get a starring role.
Does Halle Berry produce it?
Yeah, she did.
That might be why she tries so hard. Because I was watching, like, she is committing to fucking this film, and I was doing her best to pull it back, but...
Yeah.
I don't think it was enough.
I don't think she could have done much more. I don't think anybody could have done much more. Do you think another actress you could have put in there would have made it a better film?
Meryl Streep.
Well, that's a cheat.
What was that?
And also it wouldn't, because you'd just be like, why is this old lady?
I know.
Someone,
yeah. If it was a grandkid maybe, and if you added like the whole, she had like a disruptive relationship with her kid that she was only just finally getting back, and it was like this was the first time they'd been.
Because you could actually, that's a good point you bring up. Like I could tell they were gonna try and make a part of the film the fact that if she fucked up, the husband would take the kid.
Yeah.
But they just didn't. They started the idea, but they didn't follow through on it, or they didn't commit to it. So it was just again like there's loads of little things with this where I could tell. It was one of those that maybe there was. That's probably why it didn't come out for so long. Like they couldn't quite. There was something there that wasn't quite coherent and comprehensive.
It felt very kind of tick the box sort of thing.
Sorry.
This poor film.
No, it's just that you had like there were certain bits, you know, like the bit at the beginning was like kind of introducing who she is, and she takes no shit, blah blah blah, and then like the situation they're in, even though they're happy, they feel like they're not that well off, but then also the father's in the situation, then like just showing that he's like the kid's the only thing that she actually has. So that's the reason why she's But yeah, I don't know. Especially, it was very cliched at the end. You know, the guy who kind of seems like he's helping, but he's actually been doing it, even though he's just a random character.
The minute he walked in and the minute he started acting nice, everyone in the world who's watched a film before was like, okay, so this guy's danger. And she's going to realise in a second and probably smash him with that shovel.
There is one thing that was good about it though, because I was going to be really annoyed if someone, because I thought that it was going to be where, you know, when the kidnapper drove off originally and she was left there, I thought she was going to drive off and like maybe the police were going to turn up and think she was the intruder, and we were talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah, we thought it was going to be at like Fruitvale Station.
Oh really?
Yeah, where
She
the
was
police
getting
come
shot
in
by
and
the-
then shoot her and think it was her. So I'm so glad they didn't go with an approach where the mum actually does die in the end. So after that film, I was just sat there thinking how much therapy that kid's got to go through, and I was just seeing all of that.
Yeah.
Like, especially seeing your mum do that kind of stuff.
I know, yeah.
Like, didn't she like she drowned a person in front of the kid?
Yeah.
I was just watching like that. How is this a happy ending? Like,
Yeah.
I know they're back together, but mum's drowned. Mum's been on an absolute fucking rampage. Like, Jesus Christ, she's gonna some Genghis Khan level murder, and like gonna go home and like call him sweetheart and buddy
It's literally
honey
just
and
that
whatever
one
the
moment
fucking...
though, because if like the whole film had been like those kind of intense moments, would have been alright. But half the film was the shot
Driving.
back end of a car
Yeah.
and her just kind of, you know, just weird.
Are you
faces,
getting my
just
wheezing? I've given you asthma.
Anyway, let's move on.
Oh God.
That was serious, she said it. I've given you asthma.
Shall we put this film through the 5-star movie review?
I'm going to say now that it's at least... no,
At
it's,
most a one.
yeah, but I don't think it's going to get the one.
Alright, but let's put it through the test anyway. So, we review films based on a simple 5-star review, which is 5 questions I ask everyone
That Matt came up with.
that I came up with. And we give a star if the majority vote is either for it or against it. So, does the story make sense?
Oh, damn it. Yeah. it
Yeah,
does.
basically does.
Yeah, I really
Yes,
wanted to say
okay.
no, but it does kind of make sense because
Yeah.
woman going after a kid that's been kidnapped.
I mean, story is like a strong word for it in general. I don't know if you could call it a story. You're right, it's more of a car advert than a story.
It is, isn't
A
it?
car advert with occasional murder.
Okay, yeah, the 1 star then. I
So we're all
guess.
agreed it
Second
makes
star, let's see.
sense.
We might have to read our words right now.
Yeah, okay, so the second question is, did the movie flow? See, I feel like I'm just being a little bit harsh, but I don't care. Oh dear. Because I did really not like this film. But I'm going to say no, because of the way it was put together. So all the shots that were too long, all the bits that shouldn't have been in there where it was, kind of took you out of it a little bit. And I was just like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might
Like,
work.
specifically the shot where it was like a car that had just gone back into a tree and it was there for at least 15 seconds, if not more.
That's the one that I said was 50.
Yeah.
I know one person, well, 2, I suppose. She kind of did. My dad really enjoyed it.
Or kidnap.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm,
Sorry, Pete.
yeah. But,
Don't agree with you.
whether that's because...
Probably just Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's
been
a dad.
He's been a massive fan of Halle Berry for a while.
Yeah, my dad would enjoy it just because of Halle Berry.
Yeah.
They're older as well, so their generation isn't as used to great entertainment as we are. So they can watch something shit just for Halle Berry and it'll
Yeah.
be fine. Like, your dad probably enjoyed Catwoman.
Did he?
Don't know.
Oh.
Not really spoke to him about it.
Text him. We'll call him live on the podcast.
So,
Yes. Nail that cough.
do you... do you feel... Okay, question number 3.
Okay.
Do you feel connected to the characters?
No.
Nah.
Nah.
Number 4?
Okay. No,
I more felt bad
explanation,
for
or-
Halle Berry. Like, Halle Berry, physically human Halle Berry, trying her best in this film. And
Yeah.
I was like, she's really trying to make this thing better than it is. And I appreciate that when an actor does like a piece of shit film, but they actually fully commit to it.
Mm.
They don't like Marlon Brando it.
No, I get that. Alright, question number 4.
Sorry. I really tried to hold it and it just came like pouring up through. Alright, go.
I'm keeping all of these in, man.
Oh, Christ.
Did the film achieve diegetic absorption? So did you watch it without kind of being distracted?
No.
I was already within that like montage thing of him as a kid. I was on my phone like, what? I was typing notes up like, what the How many minutes has this been going on? Because it's at least 16, I think. I think I've watched him age in real time from how long it feels like I've been watching this.
But no, I agree with you. That's maybe
Yeah,
not for
the
that
first
long.
the first couple of minutes when the montage was on, you were like, come on, like, you're already done with it.
I was. Yeah, no. Okay, so we've got 1 star so far. I don't think it's going to get another one, but did the movie change you?
Yeah. No.
Not at all.
Alright, I'm just going to play devil's advocate and say yes, even though I know I get overruled. Because...
You're the one who hates it the most.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a reason as to why it would change. To not watch shit films, but then I don't know whether it's going to be a shit film till I watch it, really.
To not trust the police if anyone you know gets kidnapped. This is a job for you. Your average housewife. Next time someone like tries to burgle your home, tell your mum to just deal with it rather than call the police.
Oh, I have a little bit of news here. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but... Yeah. Sim nearly got burgled the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
What the
It was
hell?
about 3:30. He was just telling me before. It was about 3:30 in the morning, and he saw like the people trying to pull up his blind and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, like 2 guys, and he just got up and he said he was like in his underwear and just went, "What the fuck are you doing?" like that. And this guy, apparently, by the time he already finished his sentence, he was gone.
Wait, can I ask a question? Pulled up the blind from the outside?
No, they managed to like get in and yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, they managed to get in and then they're pulling up the blinds?
No, like from the window, like pulling up the thingy.
So, as in the blinds on the inside of the window, he pulled up and shouted at them while they were outside?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Like they put their hand in the window, started to get the blind.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No way.
So yeah, Sim nearly got burgled, but he scared him off in his underwear.
To be fair, as a standard professional burglar, you don't want people in the house when you do it, because it makes it so much more legally, like, it's a big factor in terms of you're going to get a worse sentence.
Professional burglar. I like that.
Well, there's enough out
There you go, kids. You want to start burgling, make sure they're out of the house. Well, to be fair, you would normally anyway, wouldn't you?
Was that going to go on the podcast, that burgle story?
Yeah.
He's adding it all in.
Oh, yeah.
Got coughing, got random stories.
We got loads. But, yeah, so, Kidnap, wouldn't recommend.
No.
No.
Not at all. Do you want to read some movie reviews?
My phone's dead.
Okay, I'll read you some movie reviews.
Okay.
Just so that you don't feel alone on this. Well, you said...
I don't think he is alone feeling negative about it.
No, because you said people said this was really good.
Yeah, so the
That's
critics...
people into it.
Yeah. The critics obviously didn't seem to like it, but if you type in Kidnap and Netflix, since it's been added, and you look at the top and latest tweets, everyone's saying how thrilling it is, and you're on the edge of your seat watching it, and people are really, like, they feel tense while they watch it.
Is that a thing you do? So would you say you pay more attention if you're looking at watching a film? Will you search Twitter and see what the average person's saying, or will you look at Metacritic or like Rotten Tomatoes or something?
I'd usually see what average people are saying.
See, I don't do that, and I don't give a fuck what the average person thinks. The average person is a moron.
But
I'd
then
rather
critics
I
don't
know
always...
critics can miss the point sometimes, but if you read, like, that's why I like Metascore on IMDb, because it has like a little paragraph with it.
Yeah.
Like in summary of what the critic thinks, and I think you can use them in combination with like 6 or 7 of them and just get a good feel for what's coming your way.
I don't trust reviews in general though. Like, it's just, it's down to your own taste, isn't it? You either like something or...
Yeah, because I'll usually just go and film. I don't really go and film. I usually just watch film because it kind of looks interesting to me. I don't read any reviews or any critics or what anyone else is thinking. I'll just go and see it.
Plus,
I'll read afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all like a good amount of shit films as well. Like Need for Speed, I've watched like 4 times. I know it's not that great a film, but just something about it just makes me feel happy.
Fair enough. Metacritic, which assigns a normalised rating to film, has a score of 44 out of 100 for this film, based on 26 critics indicating mixed or average reviews. This one, like, audiences on CinemaScore gave the film an average of a B+. Like, on a scale of A+ to F scale. Though, David Elrich of IndieWire gave the film a D- and called it the worst of the summer, saying, "The Emoji Movie might have been a boring and brazenly cynical piece of corporate propaganda, but at least it had the courtesy to be offensive. Kidnap, on the other hand, doesn't have the courtesy to be much of anything.
That's such a critic thing to say.
Yeah.
Doesn't really mean anything.
Indeed,
That's
yeah.
why. To be fair, I did think I made a mistake because I did look on the IMDb and see the meta score of it first.
Yeah.
So I think that can be a problem because you go in negatively. So that's why I don't watch trailers or read reviews before films come out or whatever, because I don't want to go in with an idea already built up in my head.
Yeah.
But for this one, I could already kind of sense it was crap, so I just went and looked, checked, yep, it is crap. Watched it, yep, it was crap. Talked about it, yep, it is crap. And now we're here.
Well, we
Yeah,
can
and now
always
we're
hope
here.
next week's is a lot better.
We're going to pull out, like...
Which, speaking of, let's get the bucket. It's actually a glass.
Can you wrap it, please?
Someone do a drum roll, please.
I'll do a cough.
Alright, well, see ya.
Fuck's sake.
Matt's
Good job that
drunk.
was empty.
So, do you want to explain the bucket list?
No!
Alright.
You explain it.
Yeah, you dick.
Alright. Well, we all put a list of classic films or films that will be relevant within the upcoming months. And we're going to pick them out randomly, just scrunched up in a glass.
Yeah, can you hear that? Hang on. Oh, one
Oh.
fell out. One fell out. There we go.
And we're going to take it in turns to pick them out each week. And Dill already fucked up with Kidnap. So,
It wasn't his fault, though.
hey,
We put the film
hey,
in there. I
hey.
bet we get another trash.
Is this what we're going to do? We're just going to blame people for
Yeah.
no matter what they pick out. Even
Because
though we
it's
pick
you
them.
picking this
That's
week.
fine.
Oh.
If that's the general
Okay.
So
it's
we'll
me.
see how this goes. And it's half my picks and half Matt's, so if this is terrible and it's Matt's, you can't blame me anymore.
Can we not just restart the whole bucket and just put what I want to watch in?
Right, okay. Can
Here we
we have a drum
go.
roll, please? Hey! The Shining!
Hey, I need to watch that. I'm happy with that.
Hey!
We
Cool.
finally did something right.
Woo!
I took pure chance.
Alright.
Cool.
So you guys have never seen The Shining?
Nope.
Awesome, I have. It's Min. Oh, here's Johnny.
Can I just tell you
I
one
think
of
we'll
the
have to
films that's
talk.
in there?
What?
You'll cut this out.
Something you
Human
know.
Centipede.
Oh, is it? Which I've
Oh,
not
yeah.
You've not
Have
seen
you?
it?
I've not seen it either.
All three are great.
seen. I bet that's not true.
No, they're terrible.
Okay,
But
now
yeah.
I'm psyched for next week. Awesome.
So, The Shining, and we'll also be reintroducing the draft again with a bit of a twist. So,
Bit of a
a three-person draft, which is going to
The Shining in a draft.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, okay. Now I'm excited. My dick's hard. Right. Shall we end this?
Please.
Alright, well, thank you to everyone who listens and gets this far. We do congratulate you. And we do this
We're keeping
with
that
a
regularly.
group high five that no one can see.
There we
but
go,
they
I
can
loved it, I
hear.
loved
3, 2, 1.
Look away.
He did it.
I didn't look
Okay,
away.
if you want to find out what we
Some
do,
football
please go
fans
to
out there.
wehaveatripod.com to learn about all who we are and what we do. Or just head over to our YouTube channel, which is where you may have listened to this, or go over to our SoundCloud where you can listen to this and all the royalty-free stuff that we do. Please find us on social media. Also, if you want to help us out, head over to patreon.com to become a patron of What Pictures. We'd be very much
Nailing this.
appreciative of that. I'm Matt Liz from What Pictures, and I've been joined by Dylan Watt
Flawless. Very, very impressed.
Thank you.
Hiya. Bye.
and Sophie Ellis.
Oh,
That's
say
you. And we'll see you guys next week with The Shining. I can't fucking wait.
The first time you've been excited
I know.
about it. Jesus.
Oh,
I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I mean, I always am. No, this will be cool.
Yeah, no. Alright, see ya.
Night.
It's going to be hilarious if we both hate it.
I know, yeah.
Kind of overrated. Wasn't
Uh,
scared. Doesn't hold up.
You press the big button.
I know, I'm waiting for Dill to say bye.
Oh,
I've already said bye. I said bye.
see ya.